good as well in this kind of draft. But we're looking at Valor, which is not being picked off by any team. Will be taken out by Malaysian team here. While we have still solos going in for carry. Carry is one of the most secure marksmen, if you ask me. One of the most secure marksmen in case the opponent's team is taking a lot of tanky or buffy heroes. For example, like Lolita or Esmeralda, even like heroes like Cho themselves, or Teresa especially, because Teresa,
Your team
even though GPL was fighting against Carry just now, but the heroes that drafting out was really good. But they really love the Akai in terms of Singaporean teams, because it's really one of the best heroes to zone out the core heroes from the rest of the team. The opponents, I mean, like for example, Malaysia's team, I look at the last game where I think the Akai zoned out solos up to the point that solos cannot join in to get the course of the Singaporean's team. So he's having a hard time to get into the war, because just Hurricane Dance push him out of the team, the rest of the team. So they are kind of picking off solos alone, or making sure that the course from Malaysian team cannot damage the damage dealer on Singaporean's team. If you get what I mean, right? Okay, never mind that. So we're gonna go looking back at the draft here. Chang'e has been banned. Now I do know one of the most favorite mage and middle heroes that have been played by Singaporeans is none other than Chang'e. If you know and the right hand's playing at Chang'e, it's almost impossible. These days everybody is playing the heroes that really to go in and out of the game and in a very long range. For example, Gord has been picked off by the Singaporeans team again. Maybe Fenrir will play it, even though the Kolia is actually locking it. Well, looking at GPL, they are having GPL playing Teresa last game, but this time they are banning things out. Maybe because we do know that Cho won't work well, or maybe Kufra itself won't work well if they have a penalty zone on the side of Teresa, but because we know that even though you are bouncing yourself in that kind of area, it's just you're being sucked right back in with that penalty zone. So an interesting play with Tigrel, sorry, and Tamus at the last two picks of the Malaysian team. Well, we have Leslie and Kolia. Another high range or long range heroes again for the Singaporeans team. We're looking at, they have one like that for Valir. Maybe things will turn around for the Malaysian team, even they only have one pure tank. But we're gonna jump into the straight into the second game of best of 3 right now.
Nails done. I like the girls with their nails done.
Well, welcome back everybody. We will be this second game in the best of 3 for the show match of Malaysian's team, which we have Solos, Jeb V, Logan, Moon, and Zorn, while the Singaporean's representative is none other than Aeon, Bambi, Kola, Fenrir, and JPL. Looking at the second game, a lot of things has been changed. We only have one pure tank for Malaysian team, while we have a lot of burst damage on that side. Well, Singaporean's team still playing with 2 tanks, but I won't say 2 damage dealer, more of a range heroes. They really love their Gordon. Singaporean's team, they're picking it off again. This time is also one of my most favorite heroes as well, because Mystic Gush using with a fleeting time, you will have less, almost like 10 seconds of a cooldown on that Mystic Gush ultimate. Will it be the first blood on top? Logan trying to making sure that Aeon has nowhere to run. Aeon bouncing away his life, while Zorn trying to do more damage. He will be the first blood, for Aeon will be off of the map. While Zorn trying to get another one on Bambi. That's another one which will be killed off by Moon or Harith at that point. While the rest of Team Singapore, they are not going for the kills, but they are stealing off the buff at bottom. And Solos is having a hard time going, so there goes the Mystic Gush. Oh, that last minute of burning from Ferrer really finish up that core straight away. He really need the extra hands of help for Malaysian team. Their cores are struggling at the bottom. Well, here we have a Logan fighting off again Aeon. Aeon is not gonna go in and challenge some more. But right now we have Harith and Tigreal fighting off against Akai and Gord here in the mid lane. But Kolia trying to get it right. But Ferrer always straight away open up Mystic Gush finish off one of the tankers here. While Moon trying to make a damage control, trying to get off Aeon, but he's too tanky for him. Moon has to obey. It's not enough that he solo can take all three of them off. He's trying to take off the tank. It's really a hard time for him to take that one down. And Solos going fight against JPL, which will be the assassin Chow here. With that solo emblem, if you fight against one person, it will be a big time fighting, a lot of damage. While Jap is struggling against Kolia, but still going in for more. Moon finally getting Fenrir off the map. Aeon trying to do a little bit of help, but they don't have the 100% CC lockdown on Moon. Because what they have is Aeon as well as Kolia. They have chances of CCs, not 100%. It leaves all two chances. If they hit it, they missed it. If they don't miss it, then they hit it. That kind of a stunt. While we have on top, well, Towns just finished off one of the best laners for solo. Fighting against a marksman on top, it was easy kill for him. While bottom, he managed to get a turtle on the side of a Malaysian team. Doing great right now with a 4-2 scoreboard. 0-1, this will be the second game. We're looking at a just 1k difference in terms of the goal difference. A lot of a bit of trouble here on the team of Singaporeans. They are roaming a lot, but Fenrir though, even though he was really low on HP, didn't manage to finish off, and that Hurricane does really help him a big time. While on top, we're looking at here, they're trying to steal the buff away, but Aeon still defending it. But will he get punished for defending that? Ultimate has been opened. It will be the end of two of them. Double kill on that tank of Tigreal. Easy for Jap, you say. Well, Kolia trying to get things done on the flank side. It's just not right for him for that position. It's so hard for him to get a vision. Well, JPL being stunned. That's 8. Oh my goodness me. That hey emoticons by Zorn. We all know how Zorn loves the emotes. And it seems like that damage on Valor is really hard to fight against solo. Well, Aeon trying to get this one right, but it will get solos. No, not really, because Zorn is just burning everybody out of the way. Will he get a kill? Oh, last hit at that. It seems like Aeon will see tomorrow again. Well, Zorn, oh no, not just yet. Zorn is getting double kill that they are giving him for free. One for the trade of two. It was worthwhile. Well, Fenrir coming in the last minute. He is struggling to fight against Tamus, who suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and that gets him a double kill back. And he covers up the damage control done by the side of the Singaporeans team. 4-9, and it seems like doing great for both teams. We still have a tie here, going for stagnant stalemate. While on top, already got one tower. It's the Malaysian team. But even so, Singaporeans team still trying to struggle and defend. It's just one turret lost just yet. Still too early to tell. That was almost a nice ultimate, but being cancelled off by Aeon. And it seems like this is a hard game for all of the team. They don't have enough men. But that Mystic Gush just killing for everybody. And Soul's coming in the last minute. Really help a lot of the team. And this opened up the window for the turtle. There goes the Way of Dragon being cancelled off and halfway. Well, we're looking at a Mystic Gush is not being opened just yet because Moon straight dashing into Fenrir. And one of the best heroes to fight against this kind of a Gord range is easy. Just dashing in front of him and advance to it, Gord, and you'll kill him straight up front. Now a lot of teleportation coming in, and Solo's being kicked off. And did not giving this turtle for free. Malaysia's team trying to get the turtle but being denied entirely. Malaysian team. Kolia is sacrificing himself to a solo and no follow-up at that. While Zorn, right now they're going back for the turtle kill. There you go, JPL. Well, the rest of Singaporean team have a bit of their medicine like the first game, but this time Malaysian is trumping them 13-5 for the scores. 3k of goal difference. Doing great so far, but can they maintain this momentum for Malaysian team? That's the question. We're looking at EVOS JPL here, Singaporean's team, trying to do a little bit of help in terms of split pushing bottom, but on top we have Malaysian team trying to push it off as well. In the mid lane, everybody tried to pick off somebody because we're looking at all the tanks staying in the bush, making sure that they can ambush anybody in case they're not aware or a little bit off guard. Looking in terms of the items, so far Valor goes straight away for the Ice Queen 1. making sure that the burst damage will be followed up by a lot of lifesteal and as well as the slow. Oh, that was a nice setting up by Aeon and Kolia straight away, not even a second to breathe. Malaysian team being picked off just yet. It was hard. They really need that dash and chrono dash to making sure that they can shut down Fenrir. For these kind of heroes, long range really need an advanced jumping heroes to just dashing in front, making sure that the courts get killed while Zorn being harassed by that court skills. The bouncing balls is really annoying to get stunned in a very long range of that. They are moving with 4 while letting Kufra solo on bottom, fighting against Tamus. Will they get the tank? This is not really a good time for them to just dive in, making sure they kill the tank just yet. Because the turret, you don't want to disrespect the damage in the early game especially. We're going into the mid game very soon. 30 more seconds, it will be the Lord coming up next. Or maybe they're going to go straight for the turtle if they want to. But I don't think it's going to be the turtle. It will be straight to Lord. But Koliado will force into the Hurricane Dance defensive because of Zorn's passive. If you burst 3 times stack, it's gonna stun straight away. While Moon trying to catch somebody off of the map, but they are getting Logan instead. Oh, straight away open up the ultimate, making sure he can survive long enough and buy more time. And they're trying to pressure more from Malaysian team into the Singaporean side because they are giving off more territory, making sure that they can have more visions in terms of the laning as well as getting the pits Lord clear off from the Singaporeans team. Right now, trying to get the Lord, both of them making sure for the tanks, both team getting the vision up. But will Zorn gonna get caught off guard here? Because if they got Zorn, it will be almost a hard game for Malaysian team. But instead, they get a Kufra. Too overextended. While Kolia try to catch things off, but straight away they are denying that fact by backing up for Singapore's team, going into the retreat because one mistake can make them snowball for the whole game for Malaysian team. They are doing great right now, 14-6. They're gonna go for the Lord. I don't think the Singaporeans gonna challenge this one. They are lacking one tank, which they really needed to. Kolia trying to do a little bit of something with the Hurricane Dance, which is not gonna benefit anything at all. Almost got punished by that as well. Look at how low the HP is. Get straight away and back into regeneration. Zorn trying to push a little bit more on top, but JPL can caught him off guard. Oh, he got stunned instead, but can he kill it off? Managed to get that volley off the map, but he will survive this or not. JPL's running away from Solos, trying to run the dash, and it seems like he's buying more time because Solos is not pushing with the Lord now. He got baited and attracted to Zorn, attracted to the child way too much. While bottom open up another ward. Kolia stuck Moon on the side, but no follow-up. Summon Force has been used. There goes the mistake. Guys, finish off one of the core heroes. Harith is down as well. And it seems like there are not enough men for Malaysian team, even though they got the Lord, but they didn't have the time to utilize it nicely. Now, back into farming phase, 14-8 for the scores. Now widening up the gap, but not really widening up that much. Singaporeans in closing in that one up, but now Solos managed to catch Bambi, who thinks that he can go against that really farmed up carry. I don't think that's a wise idea to go in like that. But then Zorn, he got caught off guard again. Oh, almost finished in the last minute. Can he hit it? That was a nice stun done there by the court. And it seems like Fenrir is super happy with that. They're going to back it up away. Getting that Zorn kill is really vital for Singaporean's team. On top, Logan fighting against JPL, but this cheeky guy, Cho, really knows his game. Every single time he attracted attention, needed to attract it to him. So they are a bit distracted and not joining in for the wars like Solos did just now. JPL is really playing the mind games here. Bottom, we have Harith as well as Tigreal, and a little bit segregated from the rest of the team. They still have to wait Zorn to come back into the game. Look at the current state. Look at how much farm out for the carry right now. If you go against this 6.5k for the goal and 7.61k of a big difference, that's a big gap to close up between these two cores, especially lastly, Aeon trying to run away from this, but I don't think he can damage that much. It's kind of a tanked up or buffed up Aeon there as they can speak. We're back into trying to get somebody off the map. Ooh, look at that damage by Solos. That's a lot of penal damage done there. JPL again trying to be the cheeky guy, but there's also Aeon joining in this time. This is a killer child, not a tanky one. Will they get another one? The Way of Dragon has been used, but now Zone trying to help the rest of the team. JPL straight away being punished now, while Fenrir coming up from behind a little bit late. And Pakasolang, which is Logan, trying to help the team. Aeon is struggling with a lot of damage. Will it easy for Jeb can open up his ultimate? Not just yet. Kolia has been used the Hurricane Darts, and it seems like they're kind of stuck in between. Bambi finally gets solos. This is too much for Bambi. Handle him alone. And that Mystic Gush being cancelled out by Jeb. And Jeb going in for more. That's a nice knockup, but Ferrer still managed to run away, and this is a comeback. Will it not be for the Singaporean team? But Zorn just denied yet once again, and Zorn trying to get Ferrer this time, and his damage is way more than Ferrer, but the Mystic Gush almost killed Zorn. That's almost killed, and that's finished off with that burn of the emblem. Finish every HP left on that Valor. That was a nice fight. 3 in the trade-off, 19 to 13 in terms of the scoreboard. Still closing up the gap. They really need to figure out how Bambi gonna place himself in the game, because Bambi just not having a great time right now, even though he can farm a lot, but it's just not enough to burst things out. Oh, looking at the current state, back into the picking off, trying to ambush somebody and make a surprise. It's a surprise, motherfucker. I said motherfucker, okay, I didn't curse. But anyhow, the one who gets the Lord next one will win this game. The first game taken out by Singaporean's team. Will they take it out for the second game as well? That's the question. Or will the Malaysian team fight against? Because they really need, the prize pool is quite big. 50,000 diamonds at stake here. Well, the second place will get themselves half of that. And now try to poke everybody out and bait anybody to go into the pit slot and force them to fight. But JPL is really being punished this time. He can't be that cheeky guy anymore. And Carry is really fun. But Aeon caught off in the one, and in the middle is none other than Logan. Shut him down just yet. And Jeb trying to help a little bit too late here. Moon going in for more. Kulia trying to struggle and going for the Hurricane Dance. Push on Moon towards the team. That's a nice Hurricane Dance getting off the core. But then Soul's coming up from the sides. But it seems like they cannot fight this carry. This carry is so painful to go. But now Leslie just show off a little bit of Fang, but still not yet. And Yon on the other side being just knocked up. And look at Zorn, that burn damage. Can he run away from this side? Aeon push to the other side of the map. He is not going back, while we have Souls going in for the solo. Well, he's a solo guy, so he's going for the solo Lord here. But JPL, Jeb trying to buy more time for Souls to get the Lord. But it seems that JPL and Kolia are just gonna go, but they're a little bit too late. Going for more Kolia, just Hurricane Dance away, making sure he is not gonna die anytime soon. They need all 5 men for the Singaporeans team if they want to defend this. They really need to have and catch that carry on their hands, because once carry is alive, there's no way for them to survive, because we're looking at solos here with all the items almost fully equipped. I think he's gonna go for immortality next if he wants to, and once that's done, it's done, and it's gonna be a hard time for the Singaporean team to fight this one now. Looking at this, they will utilize this Lord this time. Valor a little bit behind. Can they catch up and use this Lord, or they have to sacrifice it and just push split lanes? But now bottom, we're looking at mid. JPL tried to attract the side of solos, but he's not being baited out. He's not buying this time. That bait, that Mystic Gush almost hit Solo's last HP. That was a very close call, but nice catch on Jab there by Singaporean's team. He was disrespecting that turret, going in way too deep. Managed to get himself killed at that. While we have JPL try to cut off the wave probably, or he's trying to do the cheeky guy again, where he's coming from behind, try to distract all of the cores on him, but they're not doing it this time for a Malaysian team. Kula is a little bit far from the rest of the team. I think he got the wrong base here, Kole. I think you got the wrong base here, man. Yeah, that's the wrong base. Well, that was I'm sorry, but I think that was funny. I'm sorry, Kolia, but yeah, I think he got confused there a bit. Anyhow, back into the game. Solos trying to push a little bit in terms of lane here. They are waiting for the Lord, which is going to be forever because it will be almost 3 minutes until the Lord has spawned. Because the Lord just now has been finished off and not being utilized fully by the Malaysian team badly, sadly enough, sorry. And now all the teams already finish off most of their items. But I think Harith probably want to change it with the immortality if he wants. For jungle items can be sold now. They can sell it off if they want to. But looking at Leslie's item, still not, I don't know, I do prefer her on a full critical build. Kolia tried to catch off Logan. Logan being pushed right in, but still he is quite tanky and can still survive so long. But will have to obey. He will be using that immortality being popped off. Mystic Gush didn't catch anybody just yet. But JPL, this guy, you're really gonna hate this guy if you fight against him. Looking at that, he knows he can't attract all the attention on him, so he go for split pushing instead. And now they're giving all the attention he wants to. JPL being chased off by Zorn will be picked off by the rest of the team because Solo is coming out from behind. But then they are being distracted by Akai. Kolia going in from behind as well as Aeon trying to charge right in, but they got Zorn instead. They really want Solos out of the game. Looking at that, Solos making sure his position is right. It will be another war coming up very soon, but JPL kick off Airborne Solos, but not enough. Looking at that, Solos really know his position right. I think he's purified just now, and that cancel again. Jab's ultimate is not being utilized once more, and one by one killing spree again on Solos. This carry is unstoppable, untouchable. Bambi will be next. No more core damage. Ferry managed to shut down on Solos. Will they manage to come back on time? But no, not enough. One person left for the trade of what? 4 for 1 for Solos? That's more than worthwhile for the Team Malaysia because they can push right in if they want, and they can go for Lord if they want to, because Kolia, I don't think he can do much at this stage. It's still a long way for the rest of the team to revive. Will it be the second Malaysian teams getting this game? Oh, Kolia, he will be the next sacrificial lamb here. There's no way for them to win that, and Malaysia's team managed to sacrifice Solo, but well, there you go. They got the second game in their hands. Victory! Let's take a breather a bit. That was a nice game.